punter in baseball. But I first just want to take a moment and thank both the families for having us all here today at this wonderful venue to celebrate Don and Katie. So thank you to the Browns, thank you to the Mashas. What you all have done here today is greatly appreciated. Again, thank you. My name is Rob Cipolla. However, I think the vast majority of you here know me as Bob, thanks to Don. It's a nickname he gave me back in high school. And when I told Don, I really don't like being called Bob, Don then made it his personal mission to make sure the name stuck. And as I said, I think 90% of you that know me here only know me as Bob. So Don, good job, buddy. You're a good pal. When Don asked me to do this speech, my initial reaction was that I was honored that he would have chosen me. But then I got to thinking about his other options. And without going down the line and embarrassing each one of these fine groomsmen here, suffice to say that by the process of elimination, I stand here before you all, more or less by default, but no less honored to do so. Don, I'm glad you used a different model in choosing your bride than you did your friends. You had to cast the characters. The fact is, I've known Don for over 20 years, since about the first grade. We literally grew up together. He grew a bit more than me, but that's okay. I've always cherished the fact that Don and I have remained best friends for that length of time. You know, not too many people in their early 30s can say they're still best friends with their childhood buddy, and Don and I can. No matter where we are at in our respective lives, whether it be with work, family, away at school, Don has always been a friend that I can rely on. So a few things about Don. Don is very smart. Growing up, I always considered him to be the brightest of our group of friends. Everything always seemed to come to him naturally and easy. Don is a fierce competitor. I could tell you countless stories about he and I being at each other's throats during some kind of athletic event. Earliest memories, 4th grade recess, rolling around the pavement, fighting over a basketball. Don's best quality, though, in my opinion, is his ability to make people laugh. He has this innate ability to bring levity to any situation. You're having a bad day, you go hang out with Don for a little bit, and before you know it, whatever was troubling you is now the furthest thing from your mind. I've always appreciated that Don as a friend. And it's all of these qualities that I know is going to make Don an incredible husband to Katie. His intellect is going to allow him to make the tough yet smart decisions that are required during a marriage. His competitiveness will give him the ability to fight for and protect Katie and one day their family. And his humor will always keep their marriage vibrant. When I was thinking of some stories I could share about Don and I growing up over the years, the fact is there's too many to tell. I could be here all night. I could start in elementary school, go to middle school, probably skip through the high school and college years because I like my job and quite frankly I'd like to keep it. But seriously, tonight is not about Don and I's romance over the years. Tonight is about Don and Katie. So first I just want to say, Katie, you look incredibly stunning tonight, and Don is incredibly lucky to today call you his wife. Finally. And I say finally because, for those of you who do not know, Don and Katie met in May of 2002. 12 years later, and here we are. So, right off the bat, what do we know about Katie? She is patient. I mean, if Connecticut still recognized common law marriage, we'd be here tonight celebrating Don and Kate's 5th anniversary. Not for long. A quick timeline of events here since these two met. In 2004, Facebook was launched. Also in 2004, much to my dismay, the Boston Red Sox ended an 86-year drought and won a World Series. All right. 2005, Hurricane Katrina. 2006, the U.S. captured Saddam Hussein. 2007, probably 90% of you have them in your pockets here, Apple debuted the iPhone. 2008, for the first time ever, the United States of America elects an African-American president. Don and Kate, still not married. 2009, NASA has the planet Mercury 98% mapped. 2010, Scientists, for the first time ever, create synthetic life. Don and Kate, still not married. 2011, the manhunt for Osama bin Laden ends, and we almost get into 2012 until that fateful Christmas Eve night, after a brutal New York Jets loss to the New York Giants, essentially ending the Jets season. And we all know Don and Katie, huge Jets fans. Don decides to take this moment, I don't know, perhaps to numb the pain from the loss or what, but Don finally chooses to get down on one knee and ask Katie to be his wife. And she said yes. These two have fit together seamlessly. You can tell that these are two people who genuinely enjoy each other's company. It wasn't before long that they were inseparable. They kind of became like a package deal. If you were getting one, you were getting the other. And for some, when their best friend starts dating someone new, there's a little bit of hesitation or fear that it's going to change something between you and your buddy. But I can honestly say that was never the case when these two got together. In fact, I actually think Don became a better friend because of the happiness that Katie brought out of him. And at no point in time did I ever feel like I lost my best friend. I actually gained another friend in Katie, someone else to commiserate with during Jets season. But yeah, the time these two have known each other and been together is an extremely long time, and a lot happens in an individual's life during that time span. There are plenty of ups and there are plenty of downs, and Don and Katie have been fortunate enough to have each other through all of that. They've had one another to pick the other up during the trying times. They've had one another to celebrate with during all of life's victories. They have established a true foundation for a long, happy, and loving marriage. So before I wrap up, I will just share one story about Don and I growing up. We were in high school, we were over at my house, and Don was holding some type of beverage in his hand, which he accidentally dropped and spilled all over the hardwood floors. So I look at Don looks at me. Don then proceeds to take off his baseball hat, drops it on the ground, and he starts attempting to clean up this mess he just made with his hat. So I'm a bit confused, and I say to Don, I go, Don, what are you doing? Go in the kitchen, get some towels, and do it right. Do it right. Now, I don't know if it was my tone or the fact that I was pointing out to Don that he was doing something incorrectly, but needless to say, Don did not take too kindly to me telling him, do it right. So much so that Don, being as stubborn as he may be from time to time, that's a trait I failed to mention earlier, he got up, walked out of the house, and refused to come back inside. For the remainder of the time we were hanging out, Don stood directly outside of my bedroom window, would only communicate to people through the bedroom window. Refused to come back inside. As time has passed, Don and I can look back on this now. We always joke with each other. We always tell each other, do it right, do it right. Well, today, Don, you've married Katie, your best friend, the love of your life. So as I stand here today, Don, my friend, I'm happy to say that you have finally done it right. If everyone can just raise their glasses to a lifetime of happiness, love, and health, Don and Kate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, nice big round of applause for our best man, Bob, as he loves to be called. And we're going to ask that you guys please remain seated.